Support those who support you. It is without the dedication and commitment of local store and field owners that Airsoft is able to grow and expand and get people into this hobby that we all love, especially in areas where Airsoft isn't as mainstream as in Southern California. And Airsoft is not a business that you want to get into to get rich. This is a labor of love done by people who love the sport and want to see it grow. So in today's video, I want to talk about just a few of the reasons why you should be shopping local more often when buying your airsofting equipment. What's up guys, my name is Lane and welcome to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsofting field. And if you enjoy videos like this, well, I would love to have you join our community by hitting that subscribe button down below. And while you're at that, it only takes a second. Make sure to hit the bell icon next to it so you get updated when we post new videos here on the channel every Tuesday and Friday, just like this one. So again, shopping local is very, very important for the local airsofting community, no matter where you are, because, and talking into our first reason, it's because of these people that Airsoft is able to grow and expand, and by supporting the businesses that are in your area, supporting those who again support you directly, we are going to help keep Airsoft alive and healthy. Because if you go and buy all your stuff from a national retailer, and I'm not trying to shame people that do this in any sort of way, but I just want to help inform you guys, if you support those who are in your area, they're able to support you back. If there's more money going towards the fields, they're able to improve and grow. And the same thing with the stores. If you support the local stores more, well, they're going to be able to expand and get more products in and have a larger variety. And this is coming from someone who has worked in the airsofting industry both on the field aspect and in the store aspect. Supporting those who are in your local area only helps Airsoft grow around you, which is a good thing, because once you start to lose stores or fields, not only is it going to be less options for you guys, and not only is variety the spice of life, but that means that there's just different things to try out there, and there's different experiences, which are going to help bring more and more people into the sport, which is what I would imagine we all want to see, is Airsoft grow over time and expand and more people get into it, because then there will be more of a demand for more fields and more stores. But without that initial basis of supporting local fields and stores, well, they can't grow, they can't expand in any way, and if there's less fields or stores, there's going to be less opportunities for people to find out what Airsoft is, because let's be honest, Airsoft isn't like baseball or football where everyone knows what it is and it's just a part of everyday life for us as Americans. Airsoft is a really small and really niche sport, and there are a lot of people who are kind of oblivious to it, to be completely honest with you. Like, if someone asks what I do and they're like, well, what's that when I say Airsoft? I say, well, it's like paintball, and they kind of get it, but a bunch of people running around in tactical gears and guns, well, that's kind of, I can see why people would be a little weirded out by that. So it's because of the support of local fields and stores that we can help hopefully make Airsoft more mainstream and make people aware that we're not just a bunch of idiots running around with toy guns. We're being safe, we're being responsible. It's not like we're running around in public parks with these things or anything. We go to these dedicated fields that are insured. There's referees, make sure everyone's being safe. So that is the first reason on this countdown, because without them, you can't grow in your local community. When they're gone, well, you're just going backwards, and that's not what anyone wants for the future and growth of our hobby. Now, the number 2 spot on this list is going to be to directly talk to you guys as consumers, myself included. Now, the number 2 reason on this countdown is going to be to help us as consumers, because I can sit here on camera and try to preach about social responsibility all day of supporting local companies, but at the end of the day, people, myself included, like to think with their wallets. And one of the things that you're going to think about with your wallet is you want to get as much quality as you can and find something that you're really going to like when you spend your money, because an airsoft gun is not a small purchase. I mean, spending a couple $100s on something is a lot of money. So by going to your local field, you can test out the product first off. So you can test out the gearbox or the capabilities of the HPA unit if that's your thing, or you can shoot the pistol, whatever piece of kit or gun you're looking at. You get to see it first off, and one, it's going to tell you if that is the right thing for you, because I can't tell you how many times I've been looking at a product, I got to see it in person, and then I decided that it just wasn't for me. And You can't do that with an online store unless I felt like driving 3,000 miles to e-bike to go take a look at some G&P airsoft gun. I'm not going to get a chance to take a look at that. However, if I go to my local store and they happen to have one, which more and more local stores are starting to be able to carry more and more of the mainstream products like VFC, Crytek, Elite Force, blah, 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 you can see the product beforehand. A lot of fields, or a lot of stores, excuse me, even have shooting ranges built into them. So that's really cool because you get to actually shoot it and test it, see if you like the weight, and things like that. I've been looking at an LMG for the longest time, and something that I learned by being able to use one of the A&K M249s, I'm not a huge fan of full stocks on them. That might be because I'm a little lanky guy. I'm tall and lanky, but I don't like full stocks on LMGs, and without being able to test one out and feel it, I wouldn't know that. So as I'm looking for an LMG, now I'm looking for one with a foldable or collapsible stock. Which one that's going to be, I've got my kind of heart set on the Knights Armament one at the moment, but that is just one thing that I wouldn't have been able to tell by going on to an online store. And a lot of these reasons are going to be reasons why we as consumers should, because again, I can sit here and preach about responsibility and things like that, but at the end of the day, a lot of people do like to think with their wallets, and that's something that I completely understand. As someone who's worked in retail, I get why people shop online. However, there are a lot of advantages to being able to go into your local store and test out the product or things like that. Now, the third reason that I'm going to talk about why you should shop local is, well, just something that's I've noticed in a lot of different stores. There's way better customer service. So the reason that I say that, and this kind of involves the teching aspect as well, if they have a tech. Now I understand that not every store does, but a lot are starting to, and there's a lot of really talented people that works at these stores. So there's better customer service all around because again, you can go and test the product and you can hold it in your hands, but as well, you're talking to an actual human being. You're not relying on reviews on YouTube, or I heard this from a friend. You can go into the store, hold the gun, test it, and talk to the person that is there. And something that I've noticed, and this might just be in my local area, but the people at the local stores are kinder because they are players just like you and I. They're human, and they're not just out there to make a buck on you. Because again, airsoft really is a labor of love, and for a lot of people, I should say. But you can go there, talk to them, and they're going to be kinder. They're going to tell you about the gun, let you hold it, things like that. And I've just noticed that the customer service is better when you go to a local store because you're not emailing back and forth. You can just give them a call or stop right in and talk to them, hang out. And there are a lot of fields that are not only stores, but they're fields as well. And you can go there, and let's say you want to try a gun, like my buddy was going to buy a gun from a local field that was also an indoor arena around here. And they said, hey, you want to play around with this gun, see if it's really for you? And that's something that you don't get online. So rolling into our next topic on here, you don't have to wait either, because let's say I wanted to order something from e-bike. I'm going to have to wait 5 days for that to come in. And if I decide I want to do that on Thursday, well, I'm not going to get to play with that this week. So I'd rather go to a local store, picking up, and have it that moment rather than wait. And again, I get all those other advantages, like being able to make sure that it's the right gun for me, but you don't have to wait. I know a lot of people counter this with, well, what about sales tax? And e-bike will give me free 3-day shipping. But at the same time, sales tax, even in a state like myself, like in some of the counties in New York here, sales tax can get almost 9%. I believe there are some where it is 9%. But the fact is, you're not waiting to get that in. And for people who are impatient like myself and a lot of others, that's really cool. And again, you get all the other advantages that we already talked about. So while you're not paying for shipping, because if you're using a website or you just don't have enough money that doesn't provide free shipping, well, shipping kind of levels out to about the same price of what tax would be. And you still have to wait, and you have to worry about UPS damaging it, and you don't know exactly what you're going to get until it arrives on your doorstep. Whereas with a local field, you can see it, or a local store, I should say, you can see it in person and decide if it's the right thing for you. And that's going to help you make better purchases and find something that you're going to like even more. This last one, unfortunately, is a little bit of a somber one. However, it's something that we need to be aware of. When local fields and stores shut down because they just can't afford to stay in business because competition is too high and not enough people are shopping locally, well, you lose that wealth of information and value that they provide to your community. Especially here in upstate New York, there are some fantastic techs, and unfortunately, some of them just can't afford to stay in the airsofting industry, and that hurts all of us because there are less people who are actively helping to grow our community and make sure that airsoft expands, because the people that work in airsoft truly love this game. Again, this is not something that they are chasing for profit. They're doing it because they love our game, they love our sport, if that's what you want to call it, and they want to see it grow and expand and get better, and they do it with the purest of intentions. However, when you can't afford to do that anymore, well, what else can you do but shut down? So, does it really hurt to spend an extra $1 on a bottle of BBs? No, and most of the time, local fields or local stores are pretty close on their pricing to online, if not the same. The MAP policy, which a lot of companies follow, really helps out these smaller guys and makes sure that they just don't get stopped by the large online retailers, So, whenever you can, guys, I beg you to support your local store. It's going to help Airsoft grow, it's going to make sure that Airsoft stays stable and there's more of a community in your area. And again, you're helping your fellow player. These people that are into Airsoft as their job and their livelihood, they're players just like you. That is going to do it for this video though, guys. These are just some of the reasons why you should shop local. There are plenty more. And if there's anything that you would like to chime in, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I would definitely love to hear your guys' opinion on this, because in my personal opinion, we can't grow unless we support each other, and the local community cannot grow unless we support those who are taking the risk out of their love of this game to start their own field or store. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, I would love to have you join our community by hitting that subscribe button down below. And again, while you're at it, make sure to hit that bell icon next to it. It only takes a second. And then I'll make sure that you're updated when we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more content that you won't find here on the YouTube channel. This has been Lane from the BB Warrior telling you guys why it helps the entire community to shop local, not only nationally, but your own. And I will see you all next time.